Oh, there's always something set by the coaches, but they don't tell me. Or any of us. We just rock up and we know what we're doing. It's normally, what's today? Tuesdays, probably some sort of tech, something like that. We try not to make things too complicated. You know, basics win fights. That's all we do, and it's like a lot of it. We've all improved immensely since we've instilled that, and just doing basics over and over. And it's probably what we'll do today. Nothing too exciting, but hey, it's what you got to do.
That what we do at training translates directly to when we're in the ring. Yeah, you're not going to get to a fight and go, oh, but then I'll do it. Yeah, we have to practice it now so that we don't think it just happens. You see a shot, you take it.
6 weeks out from Capital Fight Show, and it's a tough time for both boxers as they get ready for their New South Wales welterweight title fight. For Abe Archibald, the walk into the gym is an ever-exciting one. And now at a time 6 weeks away from his first professional title, that excitement is building day by day. All of those steps taken on the road, all of the hours spent in the gym, and all of the sweat and tears, strength and conditioning will pay off for one man as they bid to win the New South Wales Welterweight Championship. For Jorge Kapeen, coming from a boxing family makes it all the more worth it and also challenging. Jorge's wife, Julie, herself an amateur boxer, knows exactly what it's all about to prepare for a big fight and to be part of a supportive boxing environment for her husband, Jorge.
Julie, it's a real fighting family, as I mentioned. We just saw you training and hitting harder than George sometimes, if I may say.
She hits harder, bro.
She's a beautiful boxer. Does it help in that situation, Julie? You understand a bit of the pressures of what George is going through and knowing what a fight camp is all about and sharing the balance with your young fella, Isaiah?
She's been there for every fight.
It definitely helps. I completely understand the weight cut, the training camp, everything involved leading up to a fight. Even though I've only been in the amateur world, it's the mindset and everything. You're focused for this goal, and just the lead up to it, everything you put in, you've just, yeah. I know the feeling. I've been there, even though it's not pros. For me, I still can relate, and I can be there for George on those days when I know it might have been a bit hard, or it's just knowing what it's like being in his shoes.
Yeah. She's a great support. She's been there literally for
his first amateur fight
for
and his first pro fight.
You know, 60, 70-odd amateur fights and every pro fight. You know, we've been in this game, doing this together for close to 12 years. You know what I mean? So she knows the ups and downs. She knows my good and my bad. You know, we've had some terrible times, we've had great times, but since, you know, having all this stuff to build our team, we look at this team as not just our boxing team. They're our family, but this is my team too. So I win, these two win. You know, I succeed, we all succeed, and you know, it's all like that. And Julie takes more of the, you know, the more of the promoting side of things, and she does a great job of it. And Dennis does all my managerial stuff, and I just train. So I've got a great bunch of people around me.
I think for me to be able to support George, I've been lucky enough to be able to work part-time. So that means...
So we can't lose that hat. It's his favourite hat. If he loses it, we got issues.
I heard the I know.
Yeah.
Being able to work part-time means I can help with the parenting load, as well as just general day-to-day house chores, and just living.
She does more than that. She does my meal prep. She does when I'm having a rough day. You know, she's like, George, you're the one who tells me this and this and this, and she, you know, repeats what I say to her to remind myself of, you know, how to get through those struggles. But when Julie fell pregnant, Isaiah came along, it's been nothing but a blessing. It has changed my life to the better. All I want to do is, like, I was quite selfish before, but now all I want is success for my family and myself. And yeah, and he and Julie, yeah, he's our motivation, 100% is our motivation, but both of them are my motivation. I'd say they're the sun and I'm the planets.
One. Yes. Good emphasis. We had 16 sessions last week, and the guys were commenting on how they were loving their morning sessions at the track and how they were enjoying being outdoors. So me and Daniel decided to try a session outside. The guys are putting in good work, and the air quality is not great, but you know, we're working with what we've got and we're all having a bit of fun, and ultimately that's why we're here. The gas tank on George, you mentioned that if Abe thinks that this fight isn't going to go the distance or he's going to have any easy time in the ring, he's got a big issue. You know, 8 rounds, 80 rounds, whatever you want, we'll be there. George will be there swinging.
And from now, like, diet's on point, training solid. They're big, long sessions, solid sessions, and making time to get physio, massage, so I can keep in the gym.
And how are you feeling in terms of all your general health and that sort of thing? It's been a bit of a rough time here in Canberra over the last month. We've had some funny weather and some unfortunate circumstances which has affected everyone. How have you managed to keep fit and keep yourself in a position where you're looking after your own health?
Well, we've been lucky, pretty lucky here at Flames. The smoke really didn't affect the building here, but I know a lot of other places the smoke, and then it's been worse off for those down the coast that were affected by the bushfires and in other regions. So I really feel for them. We can complain about the smoke, but I guess they had a lot worse in some places. Yeah.
Now, Abe, we're going to talk to your lovely second half, Laura, tonight, but unfortunately she's a big crook. I mean, a big part of what we wanted to understand is what it was like to put together a fight camp and how that affects, you know, your friends and family and those closest to you. So tell us a bit about how she copes with it and how you keep that strong family life. I know in Embedded Part 1 we heard from you talking about the fact that a strong home base is very important to you, and how that has an effect on your home life.
Yeah, Laura's a little bit run down, but she's a trooper, she'll get through it. Without her, she just makes my life that much easier. You know, my clothes are washed, food's ready, so she's a gem. I wouldn't be able to do it at this level without her, so I'm very, very, very lucky man.
How much confidence does that give you, having that sort of support behind you? Because you're taking those next steps now in your career. As we've talked about, you're on a really good streak at the moment, a nice win streak, and you're looking to extend that even further now. So it's a very key point in your career now, mate, and heading into what is a big year, 2020 for Capital Fight Show, mate. This really is a fantastic time for you either way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it means a lot to have her support, and how much she believes in me, what she puts into it, really, you know, makes me back myself and get in the gym and grind, and also the support and belief I get from my coach Quinton. It means a lot, and it really reinforces my ability to do what I need to do and get the job done. Yeah. So I come from a big family of 6. We're all spread out now, but yeah, no, very supportive family, and they play a big role in my boxing. Without them, I probably wouldn't still be at it. You know, it's easy to fall off the bandwagon. But you know, they back me 100%. My brother just put out a line of shirts, Archibald Army shirts, so you can get them. All the proceeds go to the bushfire appeal. And my other brother, who's living down the south coast, was affected by the bushfire. Fortunately, he wasn't affected as badly as some, but yeah, so get behind that.
Perfect, mate. And strength and conditioning wise, on top of your actual boxing, Quinton's looking after you very specifically like that. What can you tell us about what he's done to improve you ahead of the next fight?
Yeah, there's been a lot in the gym, in the weights gym, on the running track. There's a lot of work that goes into a state title fight, which I'm finding out. The diet has been a big thing for me to get my within that, below that 5% weight range in such a tight period of time, and get everything running, and my body's still running smoothly. It's been a tough camp so far, and there's a few more tough weeks to go.
Feeling really good. It's all coming together really well. We've made some changes, tweaked a few things leading into this fight, and sort of stepping up the skills. So that's come together really well. The sparring we're seeing at the moment, he's looking sharp, and you know, we're 6 weeks out, so we've got a lot more we're going to improve on, you know, before the fight. But yeah, right now, really happy with how things have been going.
How have you gone about managing the relationships and managing? We spoke to Abe about what it's like with his partner, but at a time like this for yourself, it's a pretty crucial time because you're not only managing your fighters, you're managing your gym, but you're managing your family and everything else around you. It's almost a trickier one for you because there's so many people involved that need your attention at a time like this.
Oh, 100%. There's sacrifices that all of us make in this sport. If we want to go places with it, and if people want to win those titles and take it to that next level, so it has an impact on pretty much everybody's families and their lifestyle outside of the gym. But I'm also, as a coach, not big on over nannying my fighters. So one thing I sort of pride Abe on, as much as he might. And the guys will thank me and for what I do for them, and I feel like I probably do a fair bit, but I throw a lot of it back on them. So I'd expect them to look after themselves. When you see those guys step in the ring, they're going in there knowing that they've put in the hard work, they've done the hard yards with their training, they got up and did the runs, they got up and did those things. I'll just be here to make sure things are happening the right way. But I'm not going to have to be here all the time when we're training like that. I'm there at the crucial times. So look, I won't take the credit for putting in all of the work then, because I'll throw it back on the guys. I think they're doing the hard work, and at the moment it's really paying off.